I'm Josh.
I'm Allie.
Leon.
Ali.
We're going to talk to you about this great thing called Barginns. And so you already know about us and what the team is, so we're going to talk to you a little bit more about the sponsors. And so our sponsors are Brad Kuznia, Tyson Kuznia, and Michael Vett. And so Michael is more the technical guy that keeps us on track with like user story points and making sure the website's good to go. And so Brad helps a little bit too, and Tyson's the real visionary of our company. And so to talk a little bit more about the company overview, so Barginns is a deal-saving website that's merged with a social media platform. So for example, if you take Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever one you want to use these days, and combine it with the deal-saving website like Groupon. And so to go a little bit more in depth with it, but Allie's going to talk about a little bit more in the solutions part, there are 3 different users that are going to be here. There's going to be influencers like you see on Instagram or Facebook. There's just going to be regular users who are looking for deals. And there's going to be businesses that are going to be on there trying to give deals out and try and drive in business. And so the big goal of Barginns itself is to take a community such as the Fargo-Moorhead area and bring it together with its businesses and with deals and other big events. So for example, if I was in downtown Fargo and I want to go to Spicy Pie, for example, I can go on Barginns and see if they're there and see if they have like a default deal that they can give. And what this is going to do, it's going to draw more people into the business, and also it's going to save money for users. And so now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the company itself. So Barginns is a very at the very intermediate stages of a startup company. And so like we said before, we are the main development team for Barginns right now. And the 3 sponsors are the heads of the company. And so, like I said, Michael really gets us in with the technical aspects, and Tyson gives us the visions. And so the really nice thing about that at the startup company is that there's no like middleman, woman, whatever you want to call it, to straighten you the data that we're getting processed. So it's good straight from Michael, and it's just the vision that they want for the company. And now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the opportunity that we have. And so for the long-term needs, the first one is that we want to be the first to market, because if we're the first to market, then everyone's going to say, oh, Barginns is that household name, kind of like how Facebook was when they first came out. And so the second part of that is also being the first to market, and also to go and stand out from the competition. So for example, with Groupon, you have big deals for big events such as like hiking or going out in the woods, whatever some big expensive event is that Groupon can go and take big groups and kind of just say, hey, it's like a $3,000 thing, but we can break it down with these prices. But the problem is with Groupon is that you can't really get your users to connect with each other. And so they're missing that social media platform, which Barginns is going to bring into it. But on the flip side, with Facebook, you have that connection with everyone, but you don't really find those deals. And so Barginns is going to take those 2 great ideas and meld them together and be the next great big thing. And so just a couple short-term needs before I hand it off to Allie. The first one is that we got to stay on track with our sprint plans in order to not fall behind for the demo that we're going to have at the end of the semester that we're going to actually test in the Fargo-Moorhead area to see if there's going to draw interest for everyone. And the second one, which Leon's going to talk about a little bit more, is making sure that our risks and issues are kept on track, because if they're not really kept on track, we're going to fall farther and farther behind with issues and won't be able to work on new stuff. And so now I'm going to hand it over to Allie to talk more about the solutions and the schedule going forward.
All right, so an overview of our solution to the opportunity we have here, as Josh said, is it's a merging of Facebook and a Groupon kind of idea. So it takes the social media side of Facebook and the deal-saving side of Groupon and kind of merges them. So overall, it's going to offer deals from businesses in the community to people in the community. And the incentive of the business to offer deals is to bring in more customers and get more business and increase their exposure, where the user's incentive is obviously to save money and to gain experience, which I'll touch on a little bit more later. And so, like Josh briefly said, there's 3 kinds of users on Barginns. There's the regular everyday user who's just looking for deals. There's an influencer who takes advantage of the platform and the experience points and kind of is bigger in the community. And then there's the businesses, obviously, and to actually join the website, they have to offer a default deal. So regardless of the business on there, there's some way you can save money. Then to get kind of more in depth with it, the functionality we're hoping to have as the end result is the homepage, which will look similar to a Facebook homepage with your activity feed in the middle, and that activity feed is going to be all of the posts that your friends make and all of the posts that businesses you follow make. And so those posts are going to be things like video reviews, photo reviews, kind of like sharing your experience at places that you think other people would like as well. And then when you make a post, it goes on to your friend's activity feed, and you'll have the opportunity to tag your businesses or your friends in your posts. And then on the right side of the activity feed, and you'll get a visual of this later when Leon takes you through the demo, but on the right side of your activity feed, you'll have a deals feed, which will just be primarily deals that businesses are putting out. And so if you click on a deal, you can view more about it, and you'll also have the option to bookmark it for later. So you can come back and see all the saved deals that you've chosen. And then what I think is one of the cooler aspects of Barginns is the influencer ranking system. And so every time you cash in a deal or complete a monthly challenge that admin will put out, you get experience points. And through that, you can level up and gain, I guess, your reputation as an influencer in the community. And you can get, the bigger influencer you get, you can possibly team up with businesses and like do kind of a brand deal kind of thing to get you both exposure and to gain good stuff on Barginns. And then other functionalities we'll have is the business and influencer communication feature, which is just kind of like a DM kind of thing. And then you'll also be able to invite your friends to the platform via email. And now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our schedule. For the first sprint, we actually didn't complete any user story points because we were getting familiarized with our sponsor. We were deciding on a CMS system to use for this platform and perfecting our user stories. And then right now we're in sprint 2, and we have 63 complete total user points planned, and 51 of those, around 44% of the project, is planned for this sprint, and the other 12 user story points in this sprint are a research spike to get familiarized with WordPress and developing the website. And then for the next 2 sprints, we have 66 points left, around 56% of the total, and that doesn't include any more research we'll have to do. So that gives us 117 points total for our project. But as we're completing these user stories, there is a possibility of extending our scope to include more cool features. And now I'm going to hand it off to Leon to kind of show you where we're at.
All right, sweet. So for our progress and status for the project. So for the CMS we use for the website will be WordPress because of the functionality it has and the mass community. So like we were looking at other CMS like Drupal, for example, which is there's a like kind of small community and not a lot of I guess workaround there. And for example, for WordPress, that other website uses WhiteHouse.gov, Sony Mobile, and a lot of big like corporations. So here's an example of what we have right now, which will later on we're gonna make it show a demo of it. This is our home page. So this would be the activity stream, and over here later on will be like the deals. So whatever like deals around our local area. Let's say like Worst Beer Hall. There'd be like a buy one get 25% off. Will be right there. We would just click on it and then redeem the deal. So current functions that we did for so far and kind of completed is like the sign up, create user profile, so a user can create an account, they can log in, and if they forget a password, we would send them a verification so they create a new password. Then we have ability to upload videos and photos. That's P Street, and it's on the activity stream. You'll be able to see it, which is amazing. Then invite friend. We have a feature for that, which you just invite friends from other websites by email. Then store deal. We have a store deal page, so you can see all the deals that you save into your user account. So here's our some of the actual pages, which later on I will actually do a demo of it. So this is the login, what it looks like. You can see the username, password, and then you can create an account right there, which later on we will add like more fields, such as if you're a business or influencers, or just a regular user. And then for lost password, you know, if you forget your password, you just type your email, we'll send it off to to your email. Then here's the ability, you know, the upload, what it looks like. So where you could upload it, the files, the image, music, video. You could drag and drop, or you could just click on it and then you just look at your files and pick what file you want and press OK. Then here's the activity stream. You can see a person that, you know, we became friends, which is pretty neat. Then this is the invite friends. So we're showing how it works, where you just the website, the name, you know, the person names, your email, and the friend's name, and then the friend's email. Then you just send it off. Unfortunately, we might have to work on this part, which, you know, I don't think is too bad. But it will send to your email. Sometimes it might be in the junk mail or spam box. Which is, oh well, it just happens, you know, for security purposes. Then here's a store deal. Here's what it will look like, and we haven't populated or have a mock-up yet for it. Then additional features we created, which is pretty cool, is add friends, which you could add, you know, people and become friends with. Then we have a group page thing, which we think would probably be like, you know, what the business page will be, where you could get the deals and see what activity stream the business is doing. So we'll be doing a demo of it, which, you know, that's pretty cool, right? We have a demo.
So here's a page. Of course, I have to log in first. But yeah, this is the home page. So I'll log in. Then you put your username. So, you know, Leon, of course. Then your password. So this is the admin. No, regular users will not be able to see it. Like business users can't see it either. But let's go to the actual site. So you'll notice that this is the home page. Then if you go to profile, this is the profile. You can see my name. I was, you know, on a second go. You go to activity, which is pretty awesome. And I could say like, what up? And I could just post it. And then it's right there. I can even like my own comment. Because why not? And then we have the group page will later on be kind of like the business deals or influencers. So like the Fargo Club, because who wouldn't want to join the Fargo Club? And so far, I'm the, you know, the guy that created it, so there's nothing much because I didn't post anything. And then we have the store deals, which will be in development. And that should be for the demo for it. So I'll accept that. Go here. Then I'll just come back here.
So what to expect from after this? So what we're probably going, what we'll be doing is, you know, business and influencer communication. So in a way where business and influencer could negotiate, talk about deals. So let's say, you know, business want the influencer to post something on their page, they would do some type of deal in the messaging or the DMs, direct message, which is, yeah, I think we should need that. And then influencer ranking system, like what Ali said before, is some type of progression for your account or user. So let's say you want to do like some type of activity, like let's say I post a message, if you know one of the monthly quests, you'll earn XP, and then when you earn like the amount XP needed to level up, you'll level up. So there would be like some type of title or something. So let's say you're level 1 normal person, then you're level 2, you say you're somebody person now. And for business coupon usage, we have to, let users be able to use the coupons. So once they, save the coupon and then want to redeem it, it'll show the process that it's been redeemed and can't be used anymore. And after that, we would, we need to refine the features and functions because we can't just leave it alone and not do anything with it. We want to make sure it tailors to our sponsor, Mike and Tyson, and Brad, to make sure everything is good. With that, there are issues and risks that we have, which is user data is not tied to a specific account. So let's say currently for the store deal, for some reason is publicly out there, it's not tied to the actual user, to their user account. So let's say I log in, and when I go to store deal, it's not mine. Or even if when I log out, you can still see the store deal, which probably need to be worked on. Then activity stream is not on the specified page. So let's say, for example, the home page, you see the latest post, but you don't see the actual activity stream. So if the users, like whatever comments of your friends are saying or posted is not on that page, and the only page right now is on the profile page, which probably have to be worked on. Then we have like the login and profile problem. It's something with WordPress and the plugin that we use for our website to create all the cool features. It's just kind of some type of collaboration of some sort, which will be worked on, of course. And then next one is like database. It's not really displaying in the front end, so it's not really displaying and not tying into a user account, which, yeah, you need to check out. Then after that would be can't invite friends from other social, platforms. So let's say you're on Facebook, you can't just press, Barginns and go there, which we have to be checked. But that's for our issues and risk. Of course, it will be fixed and worked on. And what we have next is the velocity, with Ollie will be talking about and how much we're gonna, progress.
To analyze a major fallacy is a tool for making predictions represent to the effort, the amount of work team asset brought to amount of time, and each story point represents a normal time. For example, one story point from 3 to 6 hours, and 2 stories from 6 to 15 hours. This not necessary to know how much time will complete or take. The necessary to know how much time will complete the user story. Estimates issue is relative to already complete product backlog of point, and this faster than estimate without any reference. And the plan for estimate to plan sprint, it allows the better manage the time to look forward the work in future. Reflection is a plan for and organization, which has the purpose of achieving fast and result while building the ability to achieve better the result in future of work. For example, the progress and risks or any issues fixed early. Next step, what will be offer remind time, spring backlog. As the new work is required, the team will change backlog through the sprint, and the sprint backlog emerged during the sprint. Update remind work. The estimate as work is complete. The estimated story point for all remaining work should be updated during the sprint. Even if the story points have already estimated, only the new one or the new work brought estimated, because the work already planned and will not be changed. The calculation of remaining work will be beside in the numbers. Any questions?
I have a question kind of about the influencer system. How long would it take to, say, hit or from starting out at 0, how many, or given that there's the months per experience gain, about how long would you say it would take before you'd be able to have the business influencer connection from reaching a high enough level?
So for the influencer system, we're still in the talks of actually getting the experience, getting ready to go, but it's going to be kind of similar to what Instagram kind of has, where it's you got to actually build a name for yourself, which is the leveling system. So you'll be doing maybe some daily tasks, like if you do a deal, let's say you take 5% off at like Spicy Pie or something like that, and that deal will be worth maybe like 10 or 15 experience points. And so you'll be using the deals and you'll be gaining experience, and also if you post on there about some businesses, that'll give you some experience points as well. And it's just kind of everything you do on Barginns will help you climb the ranking system. So you can still use experience, and if you're a regular user, you can still do that. It's just not going to build up as much as like if you want to be an influencer, you're going to want to go out there and do a bunch of different activities, like going to restaurants, going to movies, going to just basically any kind of entertainment venue to try and build that score up as fast as you can, so you can, like Allie and Leon were talking about, you can build that credibility with businesses and start working together with them.
All right. Are you adding any functionality to prevent the issue that similar platforms have, where it's I'm going to get a bot army and make it seem like I'm really popular? Or
yeah, we're looking into that right now. I know we're going to be kind of trying to set up a system so that you can only do a certain amount per week, or you can only do like a certain amount of posts that are going to accumulate up to, I don't know, maybe 10 posts a week or something like that, where you can build it up pretty well, but you still can't just put in bots and just have it go for you all the way up to level 100, for example, right away.
You mentioned something about Drupal. Are you planning on actually are you using Drupal in the coming sprints, or is that something beyond this project?
So Drupal and WordPress are two different CMSs. So we chose WordPress. We were going through Drupal to see. We did a couple examples and some tutorials about, but we just found that WordPress was just going to work a lot better with what we needed than Drupal were. So that's why we're just using WordPress for now.
Yeah, so it sounds like becoming an influencer is kind of expensive. Like go to a bunch of different businesses.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the cost of, like, for example, if you go into Instagram, you're going to all these extravagant places to take pictures if you're an influencer to try and build your follower score up. And so there's all these different influencers. There's going to be a cost to it. But if you get high enough to like team up with businesses or other variations of working on the site with Barginns, it's going to start leveling out the cost of actually going out there and sort of an income coming to you.
So to this point, you guys have used a lot of, regular plugins, right? Mm-hmm. A, have you customized any? And B, have you looked into what you're going to have to do when you need functionality outside of these plugins?
So for that part, what they have is for the current plugin we use is BuddyPress. So what I was saying before, like for example, the store deal, that somehow right now that store deal is connected to the actual WordPress page. So when we create that page, it was from WordPress. What we have to do for that to work for BuddyPress is to create a page under the the structure of what WordPress has or the API of it, and what PHP to create that page for the users for themselves, for specified user under their account.
So you guys have started that, that's not complete yet, right?
Oh yeah.
There was a comment or a line in there about the influencer being able to negotiate a discount.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, how does that, is that part of your system, the negotiation, or is that he just has the ability to go to the?
That's kind of.
That's just private messaging. So in a way, you just DMs and private messages.
He just says, I'm an influencer here,
Oh,
can you give me a
yeah.
discount?
Oh yeah.
It will be down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's not currently.
Yeah. So, but for example, if with Leon talking about the instant messaging, so you can talk to each other about, so let's say I was a level 97 influencer in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and Spicy Pie wanted to build up some credibility in the area. They might want to talk to me about posting some videos about how great of an experience I am at Spicy Pie, or working exclusively with me to set up maybe a deal for me, saying if you follow me on Barginns or follow Spicy Pie together, there's an extra 10% off your next purchase or something like that. So just kind of working back and forth together. Any other questions?